Hi, I'm Natalie Cook, and I'm here with my friend Sheila Mahler. I came out to see Sheila today, and she took me on the coolest walk. And I wanted her to tell you a little bit about it, and then we wanted to share some of our thoughts and reflection on today's gospel.
So we did a 3-mile walk in the Franciscan tradition, which was, we read today's gospel and then we walked in silence for 3 miles and kind of mulled over a bit of the gospel reading that really struck us both before we took off on the walk.
So the line that we chose to contemplate was, "You shall love your neighbor as yourself." We thought it was very fitting. First of all, it's beautiful, but it's also very fitting for the times that we're in right now. So when we got back, we got to talk a little bit about what came to us. We were trying to allow the Holy Spirit into our thoughts also at this time, and we just wanted to share a few of those thoughts with you.
So the line just preceding, you shall love your neighbor as yourself, is when Christ, gives us the greatest commandment, which is to love the Lord your God above all, with all of your being, with all of your heart, with all of your mind, and with all of your strength. And so it really was fitting to us, even focusing on loving our neighbor, was that, you can't love your neighbor until you first love yourself the way God intends, which is, 100% completely loving him. And so that was kind of fitting to us that be the first commandment.
And once we're in that place where we know the love of our Father and we've accepted our own faults and our gifts, what came to me was also trying to put myself, we know there are people that are really easy to love, but for those that it's a little harder, trying to put myself into their shoes. Why might Sheila be reacting this way or behaving this way? Or why is it a struggle for me to love Sheila as much maybe as someone else? So having that empathy and compassion, putting myself there and trying to think, if I were in Sheila's shoes, if that were me, and I'm loving her as I love myself, how would I want someone to love me? What might I want them to ask me, or how might I need them to be there for me, to show them that love?
And I think another thing that stood out to us that we kind of talked about when we got back is that discipleship is the same root word as discipline. And without discipline, it is difficult to be a disciple. If we're constantly just reacting and we don't discipline our actions or our thoughts or our words, if we're just reacting, maybe we haven't taken that moment to be compassionate to ourselves, so that we can take a second to be compassionate maybe to the motives of our neighbor before just reacting.
So in these trying times when we're all talking about what's going on in the world and how hard it is to understand, how much would it help if we just remembered those words?
Yeah.
You shall love your neighbor as yourself. So thank you.